Hi everyone, my name is Michael, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you guys through a full stack application that I built, which is a flight search web app. So this product is mainly aimed at people who are starting to build their portfolio, and especially if you're interested in full stack development and want to see a realistic but approachable example of how everything fits together, and if you're also someone who's trying to understand how the front end, the back end, and external APIs all communicate with each other, this product is a really good place to start. So the idea behind this app was to keep things very simple but practical. So it has a very clean and simple front end, a lightweight back end, and a local server that handles API requests. And on top of that, it integrates a real external API for flight data, so you get to work with, you get to see how real world data flows in applications instead of working with hard coded or fake data that is just written in your program. So if you're someone that's still trying to wrap their head around uh, on how full stack applications are structured or how APIs are actually used in practice, this project is meant to show you that you don't need something that is overly complex to build something functional and impressive. So it's a very simple setup, but it touches on a lot of key concepts that you'll find in the industry. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. If you're watching this video, this project has probably been deployed on my GitHub, so feel free to fork it and build on top of it if you wish to do so. Alright, so before I run the application, I'll quickly go over how the project is organized and give you guys a really high level idea of how everything fits together. So I'll start with this index.html file, which is basically an entry point of the application. So this file is responsible for loading the styles. It also pulls in the JavaScript and provides the root element where the app is rendered. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. It's easily modifiable and doesn't have it's not that complex and that big of a file. Next, we got the styles travel.css. This file is responsible for the overall responsiveness, the colors, the layout of the web page, and I mainly kept it separate because I didn't want the visuals to interfere with the application logic. But this could have been written inside the index.html. And also, if you want to change any appearance related aspect of the website, the web page, this is the file that you're going to be modifying. Next, we got the app.jsx file, which basically contains all of the logic behind the front end. So this file is responsible for handling the flight search form. It manages the application state. It's responsible for sending a request back to the backend, and it dynamically renders the response of the flight results based on the API response. So sorting, filtering, uh, loading states, and error handling are all managed inside this file right here. It's not that big of a file, but compared to the index.html and the styles travel.css, it's relatively bigger. It's relatively bigger. Next, we got the server.py file, which is basically a simple. And on the backend side, we got the server.py file, which is uh, a simple lightweight proxy between the front end and the external API. So requests go through the server instead of directly from the browser, and which this avoids the cross-origin resource sharing because it basically keeps away the API key from the applications the users reach. So it's a good security practice because usually you wouldn't want your API key to get exposed to the user. So basically, requests go through this instead of the browser directly. Next, we got the airport codes.json file. .json. It's basically the code, the name, the city, and the country of all of the airports across the world formatted in a JSON file. And for those of you who are not familiar with IATA codes, it's basically a 3-letter alphabetical code given to an airport, which is used as its unique identifier. And this file contains all of the all of these information of all of the airports across the world in a JSON format. So if you wish to do any project that will involve project airport information, this file will be very useful. It wasn't written. It was provided by our professor. I didn't write this. It was provided by our professor, but you can. I feel like you're able to download this from different sources as well. But now that we looked at the project at a very high level and understand how everything works, let's go ahead and run the application. Alright, so let's just go ahead and run the web page real quick. And in order to do so, all you gotta do is just first set up the files inside your VS Code. And once you're done, you just open up your terminal and type in python server.py and click enter. You see now your website being served at this IP address right here, and all you gotta do to open it is just hover over the IP address that is being displayed and click on follow link. So there you go. This is what it looks like from the user's point of view. So it's really simple and really easy to use. So you got input fields for the departure airport, arrival airport, departure date, and return date. You also got your currency selector right here. And at the top is just a really short description of what the website is about. So it's just basically a description. It just says search and compare flights from multiple airlines. Prices and options are retrieved in real time. So it's just really simple, and it's just meant to allow a user to make direct comparisons of all the available flights uh, that exist between the airports that they're planning to travel between. So let's just go ahead and search a couple of flights, do a couple of flight searches. So let's just go back home. So search up Toronto, Leicester. And one thing I also wanted to mention is whenever you're typing in an airport name or an IATA code of a specific airport, in case you know it by heart, just make sure to select it from the drop-down menu because it wouldn't be able to resolve it to properly formatted airport name otherwise. But you can search it using its name, its city, or even its IATA code if you somehow know it by heart. Just make sure once you type it in, it will probably resolve it in the drop-down menu, and just make sure to select it from the drop-down options. So I'll just go ahead and, if I'm not mistaken, the IATA code for Oli International, which is the international airport back home, was ADD. So let me just demonstrate what searching my IATA code looks like. So ADD, there we go. It immediately resolved it to a properly formatted airport name. So just go with that one. Just type in the date now. 01, let's just set it to 10. 2026, 01. Let's stay there for 2 weeks. So it's 24. I'll just keep the currency in Canadian for now because we're going to be doing a second flight search as well. And once you just type in all these informations, all you gotta do is just click on search flights. And there you go. This is what it looks like. So you'll first see images of the places or the cities that you're going to be departing from and arriving at, and followed by a bunch of options that are available as flight cards. So you got some information within the cards of the flight as well. So you got some pretty basic descriptions of what the flight will look like. So your leg room, your duration, your Wi-Fi availability, and stuff like that. Will mainly just allow a user to go ahead and just make a comparison off of like glance of like the available options, the available flights between those two cities or those two airports that exist. Uh, so we got prices ranging from 1900 all the way till 25, 2600, 3400. So that's pretty much it. This is what a really easy use case will look like for this website. And in case you can also filter the options depending on the number of stops you want your flight to have. The airlines, if there are specific airlines that you wish to use, you can filter by these options as well. So let's say you want your flight to be direct from Pearson all the way to Boise. So let's just go ahead and make it nonstop. And there you go. This is the only available flight that exists, which is a direct flight between Toronto Pearson and Boise International Airport. So it's just really easy to make a comparison out of the available flights, and just depending on your preference, you can filter the results as well. So this is the only option that exists, which is a direct flight, and takes about 13 hours 15 minutes. I'm assuming it's non-stop. So this flight was actually approximately 16 hours when I came to this country, and they've been able to reduce the flight time by approximately 3 hours within a span of 3 years. So that's actually impressive. But this is what like a really simple, easy use case would look like for this website. And let's just go ahead and do a second flight search. Let's go to Tokyo this time. Tokyo. Tokyo Haneda. I'll just keep the departure date and the return date the same. But let's change the currency. So let's just set it to USD. Right, so now just click on search flights. And again, there you go. Again, you'll first see the cities of the pictures of the cities that you're going to be departing from and arriving at, followed by all of the available flights. Why is it only showing me a single result? Yeah, set to nonstop. Let me just fix this, set it back to any. And there you go. So you got all these options from Delta Airlines, American Airlines, Air Canada, American Airlines, let's see, United Airlines. So all the options that are available, prices, and you got prices ranging from $800, $830 all the way to, let's see, approximately $1,100. Again, if there are any specific airlines you wish to use, or if you don't want your flights to have any layovers, you could just easily just filter the search results that just showed up. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and just learned something about full stack development. This project is posted on my GitHub, so feel free to fork it and just build on top of it, just modify it however you like, and just showcase it as a personal project. I'll catch you guys with another video showcasing a different project.